welcome everybody to the Bouncing Potatoes podcast. I am Ethan. This is my co-host,
Osanda.
and the other one. We have another co-host, Christian, but he is not available today. Unfortunately, he may join in the middle. We'll see. But we have plenty to talk about today on our video debut. Look at our beautiful faces. That's right, our beautiful faces and our beautiful walls. Oh, Sandra, I have a very important question to ask you.
Yes.
How was your work week, sir?
Well, oh no, my bad. All right. So my week was all right. A lot of negatives, a lot of positives.
Oh, Sandra, do you ever have a good week?
No, that's why that's why this podcast exists because it talks about the highs and lows of life. No, I went to Korean barbecue with my coworkers on Friday, and I'm very grateful for that socialization during this difficult time. Um, Today I drove with my dad for the first time in like a year or two.
And how was that?
Actually went pretty well, you know. He was
Is
saying
he
I was
a
going to.
nervous type or is he just like the chilling
Oh,
type?
yeah, nervous and yelling. Asian
Oh, one of
parents,
those?
Asian parents. Yeah.
Oh boy, doesn't that make that freak me out? Like if someone did that to me, I'd be like, I'd be like tense.
Yeah, exactly. But now that I'm a much more confident driver, so that it doesn't really bug me too much. Plus, I was chewing gum, so when I chew gum, I feel like I can do anything. Um,
Interesting.
So that's my safety blanket right there is the chewing the gum. Today I also had a dream about my ex, so that was rough.
Oh,
Uh, so then, luckily though, I woke up from that dream and then I didn't go back to it, so I kind of cut myself off there. Um, oh, and then I got some things cooking though, because I was looking into possibly getting another loan to refinance and pay off to, 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 to refinance and pay off the second loan that I got because it would be like about $200 cheaper per month. So I kind of got some things cooking there. I'm kind of gonna see what happens with all these jobs and everything like that before I go through with that. But long story short, if I don't get that 28 an hour job and I stay with my current company, by the beginning of next year, I would be paying 500 a month instead of paying 900 to 1,100 a month if I can do all these plans correctly. So I got some things, I got some things stirring. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to that. So we'll see how that goes.
uh-oh. Well, that's something. That's something. One day, maybe on the next week, well, Sandra will give you a whole history on his loan history and very interesting there.
I'm hosting next week, so I will do that. And especially because Christian has no real say over what I do next week. So I'm going to go in with my own topics.
Yeah, boy. I don't know with these loans, man. You only have like what? You have just you said it's your lowest ever. You just told us. I think you can do it without the other loan.
Well, that's my credit card. That's different. But no, yeah, my credit score went up like
I'm
20.
confused now. Oh, yeah, I was on a sum you can just pay off, but I don't know. I'm lost track. I don't know how he was able to live without these things. Uh-oh. Hello, Osanda.
Yeah,
Osanda.
I can hear
Are
you.
you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, because your camera just totally went off. So I thought.
Oh, don't worry about it. Even if my camera goes off, it's still recording and everything like that. Keep in mind, folks, this is again our first time doing this on camera. The last four podcasts have been audio only, so we're gonna have some hiccups, especially for the fact that our co-host is probably out there rizzing someone up at the pool right now. That's the only excuse that he has for not joining us, because otherwise we gonna slap. He's in a different state, so Ethan has his location. That's how we know that he's at a pool right now. But
Oh
bro,
no,
better hurry.
he's now in the building, in back in this building.
Yeah, and also to further emphasize why we are angry, he suggested that we record at this time because he had to go to church. So we accommodated him and decided to film at the time that he said. And here he is, 40 minutes later, and we still do not. He hasn't even texted us.
Yeah, I just checked again. Yeah, he's still moving around. Really weird. Well, glad you didn't, cut out there. And yeah. So his week was a pretty okay. He's paying off loans, credit cards, or car payments, whatever he has to pay off. Jeez, my goodness, you have more debt than the United States. But my week was pretty cool. What do we do? Not much during the work front.
Oh,
Weekend was cool. The weekend was cool. It was my grandpa's girlfriend's birthday. Yeah. Went to the restaurant, Moore Park. Very good. Had some great salmon. It's Friday. Uh, Friday, hung out with my beautiful girlfriend. Love you, baby.
ew,
Um,
nasty, nasty.
Went to Universal. Saw the Death Eaters are here until July 30th. Anyone in Washington who wants to go see who loves Harry Potter, go see the Death Eaters cast some spells. They cast spells with you, and they're here till the end of the month. And then Saturday, before we went to Rachel's dang it, my grandma's girlfriend's birthday dinner. we my beautiful girlfriend. Who she's never been to the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, so we took her there and we had a blast. We touched jellyfish. Fun fact about the moon jelly, by the way, their stingers are so small, and they themselves, well, they're pretty big, but they're not like the long jellyfish. They're kind of like stout like that. So basically, if you touch them, you don't get stung because they still sting you, but it's not, your skin's too thick to even feel it. So it's like one of the few jellyfish that you, like, if you get accidentally run into in the ocean, because they're off the coast here in Santa Monica and Southern California. So if you're swimming and you hit a moon jellyfish, probably won't even know you did, because you can barely feel them. So they actually feel like jelly. I got it why they call it jellyfish now, Alessandra. The top of their heads feel literally like jelly. Crazy. Point is, though, if you see them in the ocean, they're not dangerous. So, yay. And then we touch. They are not. We actually touch their stingers. Nothing happens.
I'm
You
alright.
just have to know. You have to know what a moon jelly looks like. Don't go touching any jellyfish.
Don't go touch a jellyfish. Exactly. Don't go touch any jellyfish. All right.
But
I ain't.
we touched the little sharks, the nurse sharks, and the stingrays, and we fed the birds. The Lord Keats. They were. Oh, you would have liked that, Osama. You like birds.
Wait,
Then,
birds at an aquarium?
yeah, they have an outdoor section where you can touch everything,
Oh,
and then they have bird cage for I guess like water, but birds that are hanging out by the ocean or the bodies of water. And I guess Lord Keats hang out by bodies of water or something like that. So they we drank a little nectar off little cups, and there was a bird fight. There was a bird fight in there, and 3 birds ganged up on this one bird. I felt so bad, and he ran away, flew away, because they're just. I was like, wow. And we know his other birds had their feathers ripped off of them, and we're like, man, is that because the other birds were beating them up? There was some bullying going on there. Animals have feelings too, and they have the same type of situation humans do with the animals. Some certain ones being different, and then they get treated differently. Happens with albino animals as well.
which is interesting because it's the opposite of how it really is. Because you know what I mean.
Yeah, because it's crazy. It's crazy. So I think it's just in animal nature, which is sad. But my week was pretty good, and today I just relaxed all day. All day. I had a 3.5-hour phone call with my aunt, who I haven't talked to in a while. It's great. And guess what?
Hmm.
Christian, how was your week? Oh, it was good. I went to church. And there you go. So that was our week. And guess what? Last week, speaking of weeks, the FAA approved something really cool. They approved a Back to the Future inspired flying car. Now, I'm not sure, and I'm sure there is the capability. I just lost this. Oh, yeah, of sharing my screen and future ones. Future. Oh, I can share my screen. It says share. So let's see here. So here we go. Yeah. Back to the Future inspired flying car. It's FAA approval. First of all, look at this thing. This is actually the first flying car that looks like a car. Like they have like Uber's working on something called like a flying taxi or something. And it looks like a helicopter kind of. But this looks like a car. Like it's cool. This is
Kind of looks
obviously
like a jellyfish too.
it does. It looks like a moon jelly. It's very transparent. This is obviously not a real picture. This is like a rendering, but this is what it would look like in the air. But this is I guess you're calling it the Model A, and this is on the ground. But it actually has like wheels, so I guess like a plane, you can just press a button and then the landing gear will go into the car or whatever. But the real interesting thing, well, not interesting concern. Boy, there's no like roads up there, so
25 miles per hour. Interesting. Oh, highest speed one in the air. Okay.
the car's the low speed is 20 miles. Highest, okay, I wonder how fast it can go. 150 bucks. Oh, is 150 bucks just to get on the list?
Yeah, on the waiting list. I think what's important to talk about here is not the technology, because that's beyond our concept. That's
Yeah,
beyond our
no, but
intelligence. Yeah.
well, it's important to talk about, Osana. There's no roads in there, so
Yeah.
people get into accidents and crash. Not only getting the accidents, but flying above freeways. Let's say they decide, let's approve these things, but there's no roads in there, so you guys have to follow the same freeways, like layouts and roads that you have down below. Right?
Yeah.
So
How
what
do you
happens
regulate it?
get in a crash and
Yeah.
then someone
Come down.
falls and then hits the
Yeah.
car down below? That's like
Yeah.
40
Yeah. I don't. I cannot possibly envision a world where flying cars become the norm. I just
Me
can't.
neither.
I can't see it. Star
But also, you
Wars.
compete with planes and helicopters. There's the airspace is already pretty big. I mean, sure, there's different levels, but
Yeah.
these things have to land, and then also there's gonna be some idiot that's gonna be like, "Oh, let me try to fly over this airport or something," and then maybe collides with the plane, and that's a big deal because that's a lot of people. I don't know, man.
I just cannot possibly envision a society where something like that happens, unless, like, I just because like again, if you what happens if you run out of gas or or run out of electricity, then you're just gonna come flying, crashing down. Like the roads themselves have to change so drastically. The only way that it's possibly possible is if you have a regular road. On top of that, you have a barrier,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top of that, you have the flying cars. But constructing that
Unless they made
set.
like all the roads. I guess yeah. Well, I'd say the barrier could be what you call it? Like if they already have double decker roads, so if they just build a second deck and that is like a runway or something, like an emergency runway, just in case something happens, you gotta land or something. That could work, I guess.
I don't think I've even seen double decker roads, but it's just like a bridge or something almost.
Double decker roads, like if you let's say you imagine a freeway and then like one way it's going like the bottom would be going like this way and then the top would be going this way. They have them in San Francisco, like the Golden Gate Bridge, or no, the Bay Bridge is a double decker road because they have something on the bottom and then something on the top.
Okay.
And so I mean a double but so in this case it would be like the same concept, or like what you said, it'd be the same concept, but no one's using the top. That's just like for an emergency for the flying cars if they just have to land or something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or even recharge. It can be like little recharging stations.
Yeah.
fly down, come back up.
Right, but the optics of that are just so unrealistic. For me, in general, roads are an amazing creation. Like I always like consistently once a month look at a road because I'm not driving, so I have the time. So I look at the road and I'm like, wow, this is just a marvel of human creation to me. Because before this road, it was just earth, and now we have all this stuff on top of it, and like people made this so long ago, and it's remarkable to
No,
me, honestly.
you should be thinking. You should be looking at the instead of looking at the road, be looking at the directions or the streets of where you are and thinking, "Wow, I should probably remember how to get back to this place." But that's just my opinion. For those of you who don't know, Sandra doesn't really know how to get even around the corner from his house.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. When after I walk somewhere, I know how to get there by car too.
So do you know how to get to the gym?
Yeah,
Do you what streets around the corner from your house?
I don't know with the street. I don't know the name. I just know how to
That's
get there.
important.
Why do I need to know the name? Why do I need to know the name if I know that that's where I turn left?
Because what if someone's asking you how do you get somewhere? They want to
Oh
know.
yeah. See, never ask me for directions. All right. So just to give y'all context, right? I got my license when I was 17, and I've driven a total of maybe 10 to 20 times after that. And I'm 26, 26, 26. Right?
Your birthday's in less than a month.
My birthday's next month. It'll be my first birthday single since 17
Oh, you want me to cry?
or
I want us to cry for you.
or 18. Wow, wow, no empathy from this man. This man, he finally got a girlfriend. Now he's all savage. Jeez, jeez, Louise.
It's the Riz, man. It's the Riz.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Pause. Let's take a look. Cause did someone message us or? Cause I see a Facebook notification. No, it doesn't look like it was from Christian.
Oh, oh, oh. That sucks. We'll just come on the next one. Yeah, flying cars. Yeah, at first I think they'll be super expensive, so they'll only be for the rich people.
350,000. Well, I mean, at the same time though, for a Lamborghini is probably like what 250K. So in that context,
For the rich people.
okay, yeah, I mean, true.
I mean, Calabasas may have a whole bunch of Lamborghinis moving around, but you don't see them many other places. So
True.
maybe then in Calabasas you'll see a bunch of flying cars around. Who knows?
And then again, like you're gonna start getting FUIs, flying under the influence,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Oh,
then it's gonna.
so that means they have to. So would a police helicopter chase you? They have to make a police flying car.
And imagine how dangerous that is. Like it's just not a realistic concept. Even though so many movies have done flying cars, you know,
Mm-hmm.
obviously Back to the Future, Star Wars, all that, and it's just like even now, out of all the sci-fi things that movies have had, I feel like flying cars is just the least realistic. Even like that one Tom Cruise movie. What was it? What was it called?
Mission Impossible.
Not Mission Impossible, but the one when he's like a
Top Gun
detective.
Maverick.
Not Maverick.
No, I don't know.
So I forget the Tom Cruise movie, but he's a detective, and basically they catch crime before it actually happens. And then he had that whole like mirror screen and everything, and like the tech and everything like that. That has actually, I think, almost happened already. But the flying cars, I just don't see. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. Not in our lifetime. Not in our lifetime. I can't see it.
Mm-mm. Me neither. Me neither. No. Absolutely ridiculous. No. Only for the rich and powerful. Only for the rich playgrounds. And you said something about FUIs, flying under the influence.
FUIs, yeah.
FUIs. Well, that's what Osanda. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe it's good. Maybe alcohol's good for you. Isn't that right?
Oh, we're
According
gonna
to
talk
this,
about this.
according to what experts studies say, up to 65% of Americans adults drink alcohol, but messaging around alcohol and its potential impact on health has been confusing in recent years. Some studies have claimed that small amounts are good, others say the amount of booze is bad. Uh, Doctors understand why it's confusing. Da da da. I can't have to pay for this. No, I don't. The data has been confusing. What are the studies saying? Basically, F the studies. F the studies of Sanders. You don't want to drink too much alcohol. Okay. I know a lot of people that drink too much alcohol, and they are idiots. So, don't want to do that, and it not only can be unhealthy, but it can just make you an idiot. You know, change your emotions. I can do idiotic things. You know, a small amount. Now, I've heard that wine is good for you, like to drink a small glass of wine. But then I heard wine's bad for you. Then I heard wine's good for your heart. And they change every 30 seconds because they don't know what they're talking about. They do not know what they're talking about. What do you think, Oso?
All right. So I have a lot of thoughts on this. So first off, alcohol, it's not healthy for you at all. Small amounts, moderate amounts, all that is nonsense. All right. Alcohol is not healthy for you at all. It is a poison. All right. Let's just clear that up. It's a poison. All right. Now, however, here's the thing. A recent Harvard 80-year study found that the key to happiness is your social connections. And for better or for worse, mostly for worse, but unfortunately, alcohol does help people connect socially better. You got all the games. You got beer pong, other alcohol games. I
King's
don't.
Cup.
There you go. Thank you. King Cup sounds extremely erotic, but all right. Um, so you got all these drinking games, right? So even for me, I've never had alcohol ever. The closest I've had to alcohol was I tried some rum chocolate cake, and that was awful. It was disgusting, yo. Um, it was like chocolate cake infused with rum, and oh, ah, gross. All right, but I will say that I even sometimes struggle with my decision to not drink alcohol because I feel like I'm missing out on those social experiences or connections that
But I'm saying
otherwise.
that I don't drink alcohol, and I am pretty social and have great social experiences and connections.
Right. But the thing is that you're an extrovert. You don't need to be
That is
intoxicated
true.
in order to open up, which a lot of people do. A lot of people drink to escape reality, to escape, the rat race.
That is true.
But that's also so that's the good and the bad, right? Like for me, I don't know if I'm confident enough to like
Oh,
do
son, I was
carry.
being drunk.
You're not the first person who wants to see. I
I'm just curious.
So number one, I feel like I would be a violent drunk. But here's the thing: I really
Don't
want to.
tell me, man.
I really want to get into a bar fight. That's the problem. So, like the
Why?
two things.
Wait a second. I thought you were the peaceful man, pacifist. Why do you want to get into a bar fight?
I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Okay, I've met drunks who are pacifists and don't believe in getting in a fight.
So there's two things I really want to do if I was
Does
drunk.
that girlfriend mess you up, man? Does I want to get in a bar fight?
No. I really want to like let loose and just like get into a
Why
bar
don't
fight.
you just punch a wall at home or something?
Well, that's not as fun. I want to see if I can win. So there's two things. There's two things I would
You
do.
said you're a pacifist,
I'm not. I don't remember what I said. I was joking when I said that.
but you said it multiple times throughout multiple years.
I'm not a pacifist, but I just really don't like fighting. Like I once sparred with someone and I hit them above the neck because it was a sparring match, and I apologized. I straight up said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, "It's cool." He was like almost embarrassed that I said, "I'm sorry" in the middle of a boxing match.
So, son, you're gonna get drunk and get into a bar fight.
Yeah, just to see, like,
I'm gonna
just to
take you to a bar that I never go to, so when you get kicked out, we don't have to. I don't have to go back in. Now I want to see this bar fight. I want to see this next weekend or something. Next
so
weekend.
like, there's two things I would want to do. Number one is the bar fight. Number
Absolutely,
two is
this next weekend, my girlfriend and I are gonna pick you up, go to a bar out here, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop you back off after you get kicked out in the bar fight.
see this is the thing. The dangers of this are huge, right? Bar fights, like there's chance you could accidentally unalive the person. Basically, what
You
I'm,
might lose this bar fight, though, son. The
I
thing
don't
is,
think so. I don't think so. I got a lot of pent up anger and
can
aggression,
I
bro.
see
I
this
got a lot of
next? Can I see this next weekend? Why don't you just
no.
go take a boxing class?
I got a lot of pent up anger and aggression. I did, I'm not losing. I'm gonna win, bro. I'm especially now. I got LASIK, bro. My glasses won't hold me back. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose. So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, LASIK.
are you kidding me?
Wait, I remember talking about it, but like you actually got it. Oh, wait, you did because you said you had to do the things, and yeah, okay, wow, that's cool. You like it?
This is my best friend, ladies and gentlemen. I got LASIK last September, and this man's acting like I didn't tell him. I literally had blood in my eyes. Remember, for an
I
extra
remember that.
three.
Yes, yes. Oh, wow, wow. Like she was good with no glasses, man.
My best friend. This man wants me to think that he can take care of me when I'm drunk. Yeah.
Look, I wanted to see you in a bar fight. I think Christian would get a kick out of that.
Anyway, I
Are you
still
gonna
haven't
pick?
even got.
Are you gonna pick Christian? Is Christian gonna be the one you're gonna fight in the bar?
No, no. I would never fight any of my friends. It would just be a random person.
How about a British guy? I know a British guy you can fight.
Bro, I'm letting you know right now. I would not lose the bar fight, guaranteed. I'm gonna take. I would even possibly.
Can we do this next weekend?
No, I don't drink.
Well, I'll get you. Let's get practice. Come on, get him over and we'll get a drink.
So anyway, number two, karaoke. I really want to do karaoke,
Ooh, that's
but
fun.
I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it sober. I would freaking nail it. I would. I mean, I wouldn't sing well, but like I would just sing. I would love to do karaoke. Um. So yeah, but that's the thing. I think a lot of people are lonely and they're looking for those social connections. They're looking for that companionship almost in a way, and that's why they resort to alcohol. I can understand the temptation, especially now because I'm very lonely. I can understand the temptation, but alcohol again is a poison. It's not good for you. If you're relying on it to open yourself up, you're just using it as a crutch, which is bad. So
And don't forget, it makes you an idiot.
I feel like that should be the title of the podcast. But
Good.
so yeah, that's my thoughts on alcohol. I definitely understand the appeal, but there is no benefit to it. But I understand why people do it because it's just so socially accepted. People made alcohol so long ago. It's not a new thing. So yeah, I mean, there's also fun fact. There's new way that people are trying to make alcohol like drinks that give you the same effect, but without the alcohol. I think I don't know enough about. I don't know enough about it, but there are like alternatives that people are trying to make. But then at the same time, the argument for that is that there's a lot of healthier alternatives to like smoking. Like e-cigarettes were supposed to be the healthy alternative to smoking. You saw how that panned out, you know? So just because something's a healthier alternative doesn't mean it's still going to be that good for you. So, just something to keep in mind. So again, long story short, alcohol is bad for y'all. People are never going to stop drinking though. Obviously, look at look at prohibition. Look how well prohibition worked out for America. And also, I really want to talk about this. It's not on the script, but I do want to talk about this one because this irked me. So, former Jesse and bunked Disney Channel star
Yeah, I don't know what she sent. I didn't even watch this video, so let's see what we got here.
Skai Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is a TikTok live, but basically she was having a giveaway for a MacBook. No, she was having a raffle for a MacBook. So she was doing $5 per ticket, and she was just like saying like, "Oh yeah, trust me, like I don't need the money. You know, I'm good on money. I don't need the money. This money's just going towards the prize of the MacBook." That irked me a lot. Number one, because I'm not the biggest fan of rich people. Number two, because if you want to do something good and altruistic, like giving someone a Mac, why don't you just use your own money that you claim to have so much of, or that you claim that you're good with, and just give one of your followers a Mac? You know, make it a giveaway. Why does it have to be a raffle? I don't know where she lives, because in California, raffles are illegal unless you're a nonprofit.
She lives in New York.
Oh, okay. Maybe I think Jesse itself was like
They were
located.
in New York, but Sky Jackson, I think she. Let's see, Sky Jackson.
So I just saw that. It's not really a breaking news. It's not really like a.
She's 21 years old. Yep. Oh, she's born in Staten Island, New York.
Hmm.
So I can. Let me see where she lives in Staten Island, New York. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I think she lives in New York.
All right. So maybe the raffles. You said the raffles are legal in New York.
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh shoot! If so, let me do one over there.
So that's all I wanted to say. Cause again, it's not a breaking. Like it's not a really
Oh no,
important.
it is breaking news.
It's breaking news. It is breaking news because there was some backlash around what she was doing, and I think it's fully deserved. All right, don't do a raffle. Do a giveaway. You just look sus doing a raffle, and I just think that's whack, bro. Like people do sneaker raffles. Back when I used to be a sneakerhead, people do sneaker raffles, and they do like one ticket gets is $10. Those raffles I know dang well are for those people to make money. Alright? It's not for the good and everything like that. And that's cool. At least they're honest with it. She's just she's being way too sus, man. Talking about how she's good with money. I don't need the money. Oh, I might do a second I might do a second raffle. Man, get out of here, bro. Just do a giveaway for one of your followers. Give them a MacBook if you want to help people out so bad. But to me, it just seems like you low key abusing your followers, or like low key misleading your followers to give you money. I just feel like they're gonna give her like I don't know, like $5,000 or something like that. A Mac is like two grand, something like that. I just think it's super sus. I think it's super sus behavior. So please, if you guys see your favorite like influencer or anything like that doing that, don't give them the money, man. Like it's just too scammy. It just seems too scammy. What do you think, Ethan? He's doing some deep dive research into.
Oh. Um. Hey, I have something semi gross here. Um. There's a woman who threatens to call CPS after finding out her husband showers with their kids. Now, how old were these kids, Elsandra?
The kid was like 11 months or something. No, like it was less than 2 years old, from what I
No,
remember.
not even, oh yeah, no, they keep showering the kids. This woman, this mom's such a freaking
No. It wasn't the mom. It was the grandma.
That grandma's a little crazy. I don't. Maybe it makes sense. So maybe because maybe back in her time, uh, they didn't do things like that. But I mean, it's fine. It's not even two. Like, come on, man. Shower with the chill. My dad used to shower with me.
I would I
My
would
mom
also.
showered. No, my mom didn't shower with me, but my dad did.
So let's actually say the story. Can you pull up the story on
Yeah,
screen
you like
recording?
the sharing screen? Can I share? Should I share Dua Lipa too?
No.
Ooh, I should have shared Dua Lipa. That's what I should have done. Oh, where is it? Yeah, there it is. Look, he did spend time with her and save water. That's being very sustainable.
So my mom is having a little freak out because my so this came from Reddit because my husband, 36 years old, takes my daughter, 18-month old, to shower with him on nights he goes to the gym. So it's to save time and water, bathing her while he washes himself safe. I don't really see anything wrong with this, but she keeps bringing it up, saying that a man wouldn't shower with a baby slash toddler without something weird goal in mind. She's never liked my husband, but honestly, I feel like she's over sexualizing things. I walked into the bathroom while they're in the shower, and he's usually just sitting in the bottom of the shower with her, usually drawing with her on the wall and teaching her words and stuff. Can you scroll down real fast?
Hold on. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. I was on this tab. Where is it? There it is.
Uh,
You just got back from the gym. You want to shower.
So I would say this, right? Neither of us are parents, but if I had a kid, I would shower with them to save time. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe wear like boxers or something like that, just to avoid any accidents. Like,
Oh, my dad did it fully nude with me. Fully nude.
how old were you, if you remember so well?
Uh, I don't know, but I remember his little dingling.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would probably do it with boxers on, but I don't think. I think the grandma
You
is
want to see your
definitely.
dad's dingling?
No, I don't. I definitely just think that the grandma is exaggerating,
Mm.
especially to call CPS, because that's no joke. That could just lead to irreversible effects.
Mm.
Calling CPS, which stands for Child Protective Services or Child Protection Services, one of those. But that's
Yeah, my
just,
second one.
yeah, that's just ridiculous. That's
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
he's not doing anything to. He's just bathing his daughter.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. These people are so sensitive. These people are absolutely crazy. But go backbone and just let your freaking kid do it he wants, man. Jesus Christ, you little fat grandma.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
and
Ridiculous.
also the wife definitely shouldn't be telling the grandma this. If you know, if you know that your mom doesn't like your husband, why give her any ammunition at all? You know?
Yeah, it's actually pretty stupid as well. The
Yeah.
wife is such a fool.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but obviously there's an age limit to all this. If she's like 10,
Yeah, don't
and
don't shower when it's like 6.
yeah, so that's obviously, but 18 months old, 18 months old, really? Come on, get let's be honest, let's be real. That's just no, that's weird. You know.
That's yeah,
So
that's very dumb.
I just think it's not a big deal. I think the wife should stop telling the mom stuff like this because again, if your mother calls CPS on you guys, your lives change forever. Like that's a serious accusation. So
My mom
just
calls CPS on my dad. I'm
what?
kidding, guys. I'm
Oh,
kidding. Totally kidding. I just want to see Osana's reaction.
so all right, next story. Let's go ahead. I'm afraid
What about
to I'm
what?
afraid to click out of this
Don't. No, no, no. You're not. It's me controlling it, not you. What is this? Osama, this is a stupid story.
What's the next one?
Blueberries on green bees in this year's dirty dozen list.
I
That's
thought that was important.
what? I don't even know what it's. I don't even know what this means.
It's saying that there's a certain list. So dirty dozen means 12 foods that have a bunch of pesticides on it. So you need to be careful when you're consuming it. I think that's actually quite important.
Oh, and it sounds stupid, but yeah. So dirty dozen. Guys, here's the story. Just don't eat blueberries, or just be careful when you have blueberries and green beans.
Wash them very carefully, guys.
Yes, because they're on a dirty dozen list, and I
In
noticed.
general, you guys need to be washing stuff in general, right? Don't just eat it raw. All right.
Oh, son, no, they're not five. I'm sure they know that. Sorry, I don't think you're children. I think Osanda does.
I just think it's actually very relevant and important to note. Please don't eat your food raw. All right, wash that stuff. Make sure you properly clean it because pesticides are out there, guys. All right, so Ethan's not gonna even share it because he really doesn't think it's that important of a story. But there's a dirty dozen list and there's also a clean list too. So that's two things to keep in mind. There's dirty dozen and then there's clean. So that
But
should
he just says to clean it no matter what.
it
So
does
why
it
do you
should.
not gotta list it all if you're just gonna clean all of them?
Well, because maybe you know yourself and you know that you're not going to clean it, so then you should only get food on the clean list.
But we always clean. But then you should clean everything. That just derails your first point.
You should clean everything, but at the same time, let's be real. Sometimes people are rushing and they just want to, munch, munch, munch. So, things to keep in mind.
Yeah, well, I don't think you guys are preschoolers, so I'm sure you know this stuff already. But yes, clean your foods and
I will say it's quite interesting that how, since, Christian's an hour and 24 minutes late, it is interesting. It's way harder to make a podcast longer when it's only us two. That is actually very interesting to see.
yeah. See, it's only been 50 minutes. See, we're nice and already on the last story. Isn't that great?
Oh wow, okay.
And also because that's just Christian talks a lot. But that's nothing bad on Christian. That's just his personality.
Shouldn't we talk about threads though before we forget?
Oh yeah, see that's why because it wasn't a link and um and I totally forgot it was there. Threads is fantastic, guys. So Threads is a Elon Musk Twitter competitor killer, and it's a competitor because Elon Musk wants to sue or suing Mr. Zuckerberg for Threads, and when Twitter had its other problems, people were actively saying they're going to the sites like Blue Sky and Mastodon, but you don't see Elon suing them, do you? No, but within before the official launch on July 6th of Threads, Elon Musk was suing Twitter or suing for being a copycat. What a freaking baby! Uh, but anyway,
Oh, Christian would not like that.
Elon Musk's ever since he bought Twitter, his joke became reality, and he actually had to realize he had to run the thing. He's becoming making weird changes, and some but I thought were pretty cool. Then the weird other ones, the latest being the rate limits, right? And then I love how you have the defenders saying they they're doing the rate limits to help you out to do this, but can't they do that behind the scene? Like, I mean, this never happened before. Some security issue. It makes no sense to me. And someone even said they work for a company that and they do rate limits, and they could have been done behind the scenes or whatever without doing stupid rate limits. Meaning, you can for an unverified person, you can see 600 tweets per day, and you can't see anymore. And then if you want to pay a little extra, you can see 1,000 or something. It's just dumb. Elon Musk is a dumb man when it comes to Twitter. He's very smart in other ways, but to Twitter, he does not know what he's doing. So Zucky over here said, let's make a Twitter competitor. Zucky said, it's called Threads, and it works seamlessly so far. They've already added features, more on the way. I think over time, I think people will stay on it. I already have 120 followers. Please follow my Threads, Theme Park Wizard, by the way. And yeah, I think over time, might outpace Twitter when he gets all the Twitter features and even more features, I'm sure, and especially as Elon continues to make mistakes. What do you think of Saunders?
So I would definitely agree that Elon Musk is not. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. However, I personally just don't. I think that Threads is all hype right now. I don't think it's that much better than Twitter. It's not better than Twitter at all. It's a perfect storm. You know, you had the launch of Threads be when this
No,
whole
Saunders, it's
read.
not better yet, but it has. Think about it. It's a day one app. Imagine other day one apps. You know how much they don't have. This one already has a lot of stuff on day one, with
Right,
more to come. And
right.
when
No,
the
I get that.
becomes better
I,
than Twitter.
I get that, but I just don't think Threads is gonna. I think in a month, Threads is not gonna be a major thing anymore. I
I
don't
think
see.
in a month the Red will add even more features and it'll be even more of a big major thing.
I just don't see what benefit it gives you over Twitter. I mean, obviously, besides the
Because you
fact
have an
that,
idiot running it.
but you know,
Literally
it,
because you found an idiot running it. You don't see a rate limit happening on threads.
okay. Well, first, I want to clarify something with the whole 600, the 600, 800 tweet limit thing for people who didn't pay or anything like that. Personally, I never exceeded the limit. Anecdotal, I know. I never exceeded the limit. I don't know anyone who has exceeded the limit, so I don't know
I
if
know
those.
many people, son. When I
Oh,
woke up
you.
on Twitter, I didn't even know what was happening. And I saw people saying, I can't see what's happening, I can't see
Well,
what's happening.
were those pictures legit though? Is the question because you can easily fake pictures
No,
like
they
that.
weren't pictures. They were actual statuses from people saying, from my people I follow saying, "What's happening? Is Twitter broken? I can't see anything.
Oh,
Is it broken?"
okay,
They're actually statuses that I can
okay,
see. They can't see anything, but then
okay.
still post something.
All right.
Many
Well,
of those, and then I saw pictures, but like literally theme park friends of mine, I can't. That didn't pay. They're unverified. That I woke up and I was like, that's before I even know what was happening. I thought it was like, wait, is there a Twitter outage or something? Because I can see something. Why can't these? And then I
okay.
saw these rate limit things.
That's
What
interesting.
happened?
See, that's
Of
why
course,
different. You know.
I just don't like apps, so or Twitter at all. So of course you're not gonna exceed the rate limit.
What I do like to look. So
You're on, well, you like it, but you're on Facebook more.
here's what I'll say. Until Threads gets corn, Twitter is always going to be on top because you saw what happened to Tumblr once corn went away. You saw what happened to OnlyFans when they tried to get rid of corn, and there was a lot of backlash. So corn is extremely popular, right? It's corn. so, 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 so
It's a day one app, and sure that stuff will be coming. People will post that stuff all the time.
I don't think corn is gonna come to Threads because of Zucky. By the way, it's absolutely disgusting. All right, I don't know how you can. You said that tickle my pickle was nasty last week.
But it
Zucky is
was.
way worse. All right,
Something is not worse than you can tickle my pickle.
all right. So, like I said, guys, corn is Twitter's competitive advantage right now. So, until Threads does that, I don't see it. I don't see it replacing Twitter. You know, and I mean that with all due sincerity, right? As a corn fan. I mean that with all due sincerity. So that's really what I'm. So I have tried Threads. You know, I got this podcast on Threads because we're trying to build this podcast up, and no one really has been liking my Threads. They haven't been appreciating my Threads.
Sandra,
But
how many followers do you have?
one,
I
you.
have 100. I have 120.
Well, I don't know how you did that, but I only have one.
I'm starting to actually let me update my threads. Let's see here. 119 actually.
Well, maybe you should be in charge of the Threads app then.
Well, um, I should, because you don't know how to social media manage.
I don't. I don't. I clearly do not know how to social media manage.
No, I always share the podcast on Twitter and I put it on my group chats.
Well, that's appreciated. That's appreciated. Yeah, I mean, we're slowly we're churning away. You
Actually,
know,
guys, if you can subscribe to this channel, this would be amazing. By the way, you know,
comment down below if you guys like Threads more than Twitter, or if you also are missing corn on Threads like I am.
listen, if you can, oh, I won't ruin all the surprises, but when we get to 500 subscribers, we'll have a surprise for you. Another surprise at 1,000 subscribers, even more at 10,000. So keep that in mind.
He really means it's a surprise because I don't know what he's talking about. So,
Oh well, yeah, I haven't told Osana yet, but we have some surprises. Now we're on YouTube, so this is my town. It's my town.
yeah, we're on
So
YouTube.
we're
I,
gonna.
I know this is not the ideal format for you guys, but until Ethan and I live together, this is how it's gonna have to go. And Christian lives in a whole
This
different.
is the ideal format. We'll be in YouTube forever.
Will be in our YouTube
We'll
forever.
be on YouTube forever.
Oh, I meant like this format, the video thing.
Oh, it's fine. People do this. Some people have collabs like this.
All right.
So
So
guess what? Look, guys. No, I won't ruin the surprise, but just subscribe and share the channel out. And big things come to the channel by the fall. It's gonna be quite impressive. Very impressive. I cannot wait to share with you guys. It's gonna be incredible.
hopefully he shares it with me first before he shares it with you guys.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it up, Sandra.
Did we have another
So
story, or did you want to just get to your deep question?
we have another story because this one I really like because it confirms my suspicions. Let's see here. You guys can let me know your suspicions. I just lost the story. Oh god, pressing buttons. There you go. You guys let me know your suspicions down below. Let's see here. Alright, so let's see. This. The CEO of the company behind the AI chatbot ChatGPT says the worst case scenario is artificial intelligence makes us unalive, according to Osana. See that? So what do you think about that, Osana? Because you're the one like, I love ChatGPT.
I don't, I don't, I don't like eat it out when I say that, but
I mean, it could be unbelievably good or make it lights out for all. You know what I'm saying?
look,
This is the
man,
CEO. This is the CEO, which makes him stupid because I'm like, why'd you create something like
he's being honest. I appreciate his honesty. I think he walks around with a doomsday backpack to shut down the servers. I don't know if that's a lie or not, but it just sounds super cool. But I think he does.
that? I hope he does. Shit. I feel more comfortable.
Personally, I am a fan of AI. All right, I've used it for this podcast to even help me out with SEO and everything.
That's okay. Like for example, Disney uses the opening credits of Secret Invasion, the latest Marvel show. All the art is AI, so they lay it off, or they didn't use all those artists they would have used to usually do. And the opening credits, by the way, look ugly. Like you can tell it's AR. Like if they use actual artists that they use in all the other Marvel shows, it looks much better. So that's what
That's
it's
the
saying.
thing. AI art is one of the few segments of AI that I'm not a fan of because I think
Yeah,
that's
that looks absolutely ugly. Look, let
and
me try to keep talking. Let me try to pull up what these opening credits look like so I can show you guys.
So AI art, just because my ex was an artist and I have other friends that are artists, I just know that it's not cool. You know, it's artificial intelligence does steal a lot of people's arts, and that's messed up. You know, that's their livelihood. That's what they're trying to use to make money. And I just think it's not right that AI steals it, and then the rules are just so nonchalant because it's
And
so
I mean,
hard.
look at this. It doesn't even look good. See that? Compared to like actual art from artists, like that doesn't look good. What do you think?
Not the best. No,
Yeah, so like they laid off or they didn't use all those people.
very
They
green.
Yeah, they used well, I mean the theme of the because it's about scrolls and scrolls are green,
Oh,
um
okay.
but it's like yeah, it's really green and it's just not appeasing. Look at this. I mean it's just ugly.
Artificial intelligence is unfortunately going to take a lot of jobs, and I again, we've had this debate before. Maybe not on the podcast. I think we've just had this debate privately, but I just think there's better good from it than there is bad, and I just think the whole Terminator situation, Skynet situation that Ethan's envisioning is not what's gonna happen. But I mean, look, I used AI on my class, so I had to take. I am a registered alcohol and drug technician. I had to take uh, AOD, alcohol drug class, or something like that,
Mhm.
in order to renew my RAD-T. So I used ChatGPT for that class. Basically, I had to write 3 essays. So
Mm,
you
yeah,
so you needed
no.
water there for a second. I was a little
I
concerned.
know, yeah. Oh, Sandra, you're funny.
So I used ChatGPT to write all my essays, basically. And I ended up getting like a 98% in that class. So, I definitely enjoyed having AI. And I personally, I think AI is fantastic for school because I cheated in college too. I used Quizlet. I used everything under the sun that I could possibly use in order to do my homework. If I had ChatGPT around when I could write my essays, I definitely would have used ChatGPT to write my essays. So I like it. I think it levels the playing field. It gives people access to things that they didn't have before. It gives people access to like personal trainers almost. That you can't get the same. You can get someone. You can get AI to make a workout for you. Whereas before you might needed a personal trainer to pay a personal trainer to do that. And then obviously there's other things too, like so the skincare that I use now, believe it or not, even though I got all these bags under my eyes, the skincare that I used, the company, they use AI to recommend the products for you. And it's just interesting how many segments artificial intelligence is taking over or like being integrated into. So I think I think you could obviously say the privacy concerns are huge. Definitely, you are 100% right. However, at the end of the day, there's really no such thing as privacy anymore just because of social media in the first place. So even
Well,
before
not
AI,
just that. It's just when you buy some online, put your credit card information on there. That's not private.
that's not private.
Yeah, yeah. Privacy concerns. You go online, he puts your credit card info on there, and then Google all auto saves all that crap. You
Oh,
know.
well, yeah, that's if you say yes. I never
Yeah,
say yes to credit card information.
but even if you don't, I mean, it's still
Hmm.
in there that
Also
wants
true.
that. Yeah.
Also true. Yeah, I think it's more so like health
And
conditions.
if you buy some on Amazon, it's saved there, and then they start
Yeah.
recommending it on YouTube or all that stuff. Information's out there. That's why all these conspiracy people are like, oh, gotta put in all these passwords because I'll be super safe. I'm like, yeah, yo, they have your stuff, man. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. So I mean, look again, but also for those of you who are like worried about, oh yeah, my doctor's gonna be on my doctor's not going to be able to operate on me because they're just going to be chat GPT. Man, come on, be for real. If you really don't think that these college students are out there cheating, doctors or whatever field they are out here cheating on their exams, you're living in this fantasy. All right. Again, college students are cheating as much as they can in order to pass the class. That's me
Look,
speaking, and just regardless of AI or not, they're cheating as much as they can. I think Ethan tried not to cheat that much, but he also like really truly like was passionate about what his major was. I hated my major almost. So
what do you mean cheat that much? I didn't cheat at all, Osama.
oh, he didn't cheat at all. See, I disagree. I cheated all the time. I definitely cheated all the time, without a doubt. I
Osama,
helped. Hmm?
looks like I have gills. Look.
That's disturbing. Actually, that's a little creepy. Please do not do that again. Please do not do that again. All right, let's move on to your deep question, and they call it raps, as the kids say nowadays.
I like that.
And he's no, I don't actually. It's actually quite disturbing.
Alright. Let me know in the comments below if you like this. And if you can do it yourself. So the deep question. So this morning, my girlfriend sent me an article about some new projects in Oxnard, urban planning stuff, some infrastructure, some water stuff. And they said somehow they're getting like a federal grant or state grant or something. And it's $217 million, yes, the total thing is. And I've had this thought before, because I'm an urban planning major. You know, sometimes a park or something costs like a few $1,000,000. And I always think, why don't these big billionaires, not just out of the kindness of their heart, give back to the community, right? Instead of the city trying to go to get these grants and taking years, why doesn't Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos just say, "Hey, here's 10 million, build the park right now"? Why don't these billionaires fund these city projects that can help out their whole city that they grew up in, and instead they have all this money, and the poor city is asking for federal and state grants to build this park that could help out everybody, or this water project and help out the cleanliness of water for everybody, and then it takes years. And when I say with the billionaire, just like Elon Musk, like doesn't I don't like just like literally just donated. And I always said, if I became a billionaire, that's what I do. And I obviously have my own things, but I'd have a list of like cheap little projects I just give money to, and you don't have to name it Becker Park or something. Totally anonymous. You don't even have to say. I won't have to be at the ceremony. Just because I care about my city, and I like to see these things. I want these things to be, accomplished. But I guess the billionaire. So I'm like, why can't these zippers just fund it? Just fund it, just like a gift. Here's some money. Build your park instead of seeking all these funds and all these things that never, these community projects that never get done because they're too expensive. What the city mismanages money. Osanda, what do you think? What do you think, Osanda?
Well, number one, how do you know that these billionaires are? First off, before we start, eat the rich. But number two, how do you know that these billionaires are not funding these projects?
Because they're not getting done. Well, because they're asking for a grant from the state. I mean, this thing is $217 million. This thing in the article from Oxnard. So, $217 million. Elon Musk can just take out his wallet. It's like little chump change. Here you go. Boom. Here you go, Oxnard. Build your infrastructure project. And that's why I know they're not doing it, because one, some of these things they ask for a state grant, and they give them like $5 million. And if they ask for another federal grant, and they get like 10 million. They're not doing it because it would just be done. They don't have to ask for anything. And knowing the billionaires, I know they don't want their name on it, so and they want it to be known, so that's another reason.
I mean, I think I I mean, they don't care. They don't care enough about it. But it would. I mean, it's a good idea. Like, also, I think it would be a tax deduction. So, we all obviously know that billionaires love to not to pay the least amount of taxes that they possibly can. So, it would be cool if they did it, but I just don't think they care enough about it.
And that's
About
the point. These people should care about the community and the people besides themselves.
This is interesting thinking from you because you in the past have been opposed to ask. I mean, I feel like I've been harsher on billionaires in the past than you have been. So this is interesting your mindset at this moment regarding this.
Well, yes, I always thought that they and I find becoming a billionaire. Like, hey, go get all your money. Cool. But I always believe, like I said, I always had a goal. If I ever became super rich, even won the lottery, I, because there's some of these things I look cool and I would love to see them done. I would just give the city the money, but watch over it to make sure they don't mismanage the money. I'd watch the project, and but I wouldn't want my name on it. I like, here you go. Let's here's the money you need. Let's get started and let's build it.
There you get into it. Now you get into the political aspect of things. You don't want.
Uh,
You're afraid of the city mismanaging your funds. So maybe that could be one of the reasons why they don't want to do it because they're afraid of the city mismanaging their funds.
they could, but I mean, that's why you send you can do you or send a representative to make sure, yeah, be on the board of the project. They go on the committee and make sure they're like using it and not just wasting time with studies or whatever. Just you know, start building.
Maybe you should start not a business, but maybe you should start a nonprofit where people donate money towards what you're thinking of, and then maybe if that nonprofit gets popular enough, the billionaires would donate directly to that nonprofit, and you do that. What you're talking about, I would actually donate money to that nonprofit
That
if
actually
you.
makes sense. You know, we're gonna have to talk about this more offline.
Why not? We could just talk about it right now.
Well, because my battery's low and we're at 75 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. Gee, if only we had a platform where we could talk about this deep question.
Don't worry, guys. We'll find out more updates on this nonprofit next week. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe because I'm telling you. When we get to 500 subscribers, oh, there's a big surprise in store for you guys. An even bigger one. Make it to 1,000. So, whew, stay
That
tuned.
sounds a little. That sounds a little sexual.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. He needs to go back to his corn on Twitter. But thanks for watching our feature film debut. I am Ethan, and you
I
are,
I'm Osanda.
and I'm Christian. And now we will bid adieu.
Don't forget the quote.
Oh yes, be successful, live successful. Think positive, be successful. Don't be like Osanda. You don't have negative weeks. Adieu.